Hi, everybody. I am popping on here to talk to you all about the upcoming full moon in Capricorn on July 21st. Now, this is a special full moon as it is the second consecutive full moon in the sign of Capricorn in the last 30 days. Now, the previous one was on June 21st. Now, having two full moons back to back occurring in the same sign is quite rare. So consider this a second chance for you to address the Capricorn themed areas of your life. And as this moon is occurring on the 29th degree of this sign, this is your message to make those final revisions and or to get moving to implement plans that were put into place last month. For some of you, this full moon may coincide or urge you to make a decision or have the final word, such as in a conversation, or this could be your signature on a document or a contract. So let's go ahead and talk about the tarot cards that are associated with this transit and see what insights they have for us. So the first card here is the Four of Pentacles, which represents the moon in Capricorn. Now there's a strong focus on responsibilities and ambitions with this card. Often it comes up in my readings when the message is to be frugal with your finances and to be mindful of where your resources are going. So fours in the tarot represent stability, and the element of earth speaks of physical, tangible things that are pertinent to our survival, such as our physical health, money, career, home, etc. Things like that. And more than ever nowadays, it is important for everyone to review their goals and spending to be sure that you are building a solid foundation for the future. But the caveat with this card is to be careful of becoming overly rigid with your finances. This can be like penny wise and dollar foolish, right? Like say you put off, getting those oil changes on your car on a regular basis, and then later on you've got to replace the transmission, things like that. As well as this card reminds you not to be afraid to take calculated risks. The energy of Capricorn encourages us to be disciplined and responsible, but there's also a balance to be maintained between frugal and cheap, as well as we should be open and willing to take advantage of new opportunities that come up. Okay, so now let's talk about the Four of Cups, and this card corresponds to the Sun in Cancer. Now, this card has a cynical vibe to it, as you can see. So you could be feeling a bit stuck or dissatisfied, even though you have good things around you. Now, with the Sun in the sign of Cancer opposite this full moon, collectively, we all might be feeling a little bit more sensitive than usual, maybe a little down in the dumps for some of us. But this full moon asks us to find a balance between our practical side, here's our Capricorn energy, and our emotional needs. That's that Cancer energy. So if you've been feeling bored or unfulfilled lately, perhaps this is a reminder for you to look within and see what might be missing. Sometimes the answers we seek are right in front of us or are in a different form than what we expected. As such, a change in one's perspective may be required to notice the blessings around you. In other words, take the cup, dude. Okay, so let's talk about how we can balance the Four of Cups and Four of Pentacles to make the most out of this full moon. So this full moon is a great time for reflection and planning. So take a moment to appreciate what you've achieved in the last month. I'm sure it's probably more than what you think. Write them down. And also to think about where you want to go next. And remember to balance your hard work with self-care. Take care of routine maintenance maintenance to prevent larger problems in the future, right? And also the cost of things are probably not going to go down anytime soon, so take care of that stuff now. And also, as full moons can signify a time of completion and maybe time to let go of some things that are no longer serving you, or maybe have become an energetic or even a financial drain. And when you do that, when you clear out those energies, that clears space for new opportunities to come in. And also, as I talked about just a second ago with that Four of Cups card, pay attention as blessings may come in that are different from what you expected. Maybe they look different, or it's a different type of opportunity, right? So stay open to that. And lastly, the combined energies of this Four of Pentacles and Four of Cups reminds you that while it's important to be practical and grounded, be sure not to allow yourself to become cynical or jaded by all the physical responsibilities that you have, that you end up neglecting your emotional and spiritual aspects of yourself, right? We are all divine spiritual beings. And it's important that we remember that to keep us in a positive mindset and motivated. And speaking of being spiritual, let's go ahead and talk about some Capricorn crystals that you can work with that will help you maintain your intentions and motivations, right? You can wear these as jewelry or even just have them in your space, right? To take advantage of their energy. These are grounding type stones. And so a list here is garnet, black onyx, smoky quartz, fluorite, black tourmaline, hematite, tiger's eye, and malachite. Malachite really is one of my favorite stones because it does help release negative patterns. It's a very protective stone. It's green, so we have the color of money there, and it helps us to embrace positive changes, right? It's really good for emotional balance and personal growth. But all of these stones, I think, will work well for you. So anyway, my time is almost up here, so I'm going to wrap this up. I hope that you found these messages helpful, and if you did, I hope you will consider liking this video and subscribing. I love you all, and I wish the best for you for this upcoming full moon in Capricorn.